Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta, and for those of you who've been here before, this is a little bit of a different setup to how we would normally do things. So I am trialing moving my ritual away from my usual crafty desk space, and so you find me here on my living room floor. Also, StreamYard was giving me a bit of trouble with camera stuff, so you've got me in portrait mode. Hopefully that'll be okay. So, enough of the boring technical stuff. Who have we got with us this evening? I can see that we've got the lovely Serafina, we've got the lovely Kate, and we've got the wonderful Muttnuts. Hello, 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 my lovely people. Thank you so much for joining me today for this celebration of Imbolc. If you are new here and you are just working and lurking or sitting on the sidelines, that is completely fine. But of course, do feel free to pop into the live chat and say hello. And if you're watching on replay, do feel free to leave a comment and let us know. Once we get started, we've got Dee. Hey Dee. Once we get started, I won't be checking the live chat during the ritual, but I will check in with it again afterwards. Also, you're a bit further away from me than you usually are. I'm going to be squinting at you a little bit. Vixie, welcome in. Blessed be. So, yes, so the celebration of Imbolc. If you saw my earlier messages, you may not have done. What I normally say is if these rituals can just be enjoyed as is. If you want a more holistic, sort of participatory experience, then I always suggest that you have something sensory to represent the 4 elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Additionally, it's always worth having something to eat and drink. There will be a part of the ritual where we eat and we drink, so it's useful to have something to hand for that. I will give you a minute or two to go grab bits if you need to. And additionally, for our spell casting portion of the ritual, it is really the very basics of what you need is a candle and something to represent your spark of creativity. Be that you want to write poetry, that you want to be more creative with artwork, that you want to read more, anything like that, dressmaking, something to represent that. So from my point, I have got a paintbrush and my new fountain pen. So those are my items to represent. Sorry, my cat is getting into my ritual gear. Those are my items to represent my creative spark. It's going to be different for everybody. If you don't have anything, you could just write something on a bit of paper. That would also be fine. You might have a picture from a magazine of something that you want to achieve, or maybe somebody who you aspire to not to be the same as, but to have that kind of energy or that kind of skill. We don't ever want to be saying that we want to be the same as somebody, but you can certainly say that you would like to be able to be as skilled as, in the ballpark of. So right, we have got 9 lovely people with us, so hello everybody, thank you so much. The ritual that we are doing tonight is more or less a new ritual, although the bare bones of it you will recognise from previous rituals if you've been here before. And of course, all of those ritual bones come from the Children of the Sacred Laughter rituals that I had put together in the Circles of Sacred Laughter book. Normally I'd wave it to you at this point, but I don't have it with me. So cat, no, do not eat my ritual food. So ordinarily, this is where I plugged the book, but we won't worry about that for now. Rituals here tend to be quite short. We very rarely run past the half an hour mark. Again, if you've been here before, I repeat myself a lot. So you will have heard me say that obviously doing group rituals, ordinarily there's a lot of passing stuff and moving around the circle, whereas in an online setting we don't have any of that, and that can shorten the time of the ritual quite significantly. Also, apologies for me being a bit fidgety. I've given myself cramp. So I'm going to try and deal with that before I get started. Okay, let's have a look and see where we're at. Do we have everything we need? Hopefully you all have what you need at this point. I will be referring to my script on and off. Hey, welcome in. Blessed be. So yeah, I am going to get started. Hello, Puss. You're not going to like this. There's going to be candles and things in a minute. Okay, so I start by welcoming you all in. Okay, so deep breath. Enter our circle on this night with minds open and eyes bright. Priest and priestess, one and all, come to us now, to you we call. This is a time for celebration, a time for feasting and libation. We ask that you leave behind the cares and quarrels of your day and enter our sacred space in trust and in friendship. Now, we will consecrate the salt and water. Creatures of water. I cast from thee doubt, hesitation, fear, and distrust. I cast into you strong will, hope, warmth, and friendship. Blessed be. Creatures of salt. I cast from thee doubt, hesitation, fear, and distrust. I cast into thee strong will, hope, warmth, and friendship. Blessed be. Now salt joins with water as lover joins with beloved, as we all join with the universe. Blessed be. And now this salt water mixture will be used to cleanse and consecrate our space. Cleanse away what blocks our life. Cleanse away all stress and strife. Replace the void with happiness. Prepare the way for new success. We do this 3 times. Cleanse away what blocks our life. Cleanse away all stress and strife. Replace the void with happiness. Prepare the way for new success. And finally, cleanse away what blocks our life. Cleanse away all stress and strife. Replace the void with happiness. Prepare the way for new success. And now we have prepared our space, we can cast our circle. I cast about this place a circle, a web, as energy does flow and ebb. A perfect place of love and trust between the realms of men and the Almighty Spirit, where we may worship with our kin. As above, so below. The circle is cast, so mote it be. Now, we're welcoming the elements. Smell the air. Powers of east and air, hear me now, I call you here. Gifts of intellect I ask of you, for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. See the fire. Powers of south and fire, hear me now, aid my desire. Gifts of passion I ask of you, for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. Taste the water. Powers of west and water, hear me now, your child and daughter. Gifts of love I ask of you, for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. Feel the earth. Powers of north and earth, hear me now and in times of dearth. Gifts of stability I ask from you, for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. Hear the beat of our hearts. We are earth. We are air. We are fire. We are water. We are all things. All things are us. We are magical beings, and we are free. Now, we have set up our circle, we have called in our elements, and it's now time to bring in our deities, our god and goddess figures, our male and female representations of Godhead. So, we start with our female energy. Soothing light, a mother's glow, shine down on us now that we may know your love and feel your comforting arms, keeping all of us safe from harm. On this night, we ask your presence, Lady, Mother, Lover, essence of all that is and e'er shall be. As I call, we ask your blessings, please. Hail and welcome. And our God energies, our masculine energies. Brilliant sunlight fills our hearts when we think of you, dear Lord. Thou art the perfect partner, lover, son, paired with the goddess since time begun. So now we ask you to with us meet to make the partnership complete. So come with us and with us be. As I call, we ask your blessings, please. Hail and welcome. So, tonight we come together in a place that is not a place, at a time that is not a time. From the four directions we have gathered together to join this circle. From our many traditions we call those whom we honour. We are different in the names which we speak and the ways which we seek and the paths which we travel. But we are together in our reverence for nature, the cycles of life and the inspiration within. Tonight we are here to celebrate Imbolc, the quickening of the earth. These are the first stirrings of spring from the womb of Mother Earth. The triple goddess is a maiden again, full of the spark of life. As the days continue to lengthen, so too the earth awakens from winter hibernation. This is a time of new beginnings, and we would like you to take this opportunity to create a spark of an idea that can grow and blossom as the days grow longer. The earth stirs from her winter slumber. Snowdrops peep through snow-crusted soil. Autumn's harvest has left her tired. So all winter she has slept, resting after her toil. And now it is time for her to emerge, to awaken again in the growing light, to coax out the crocuses and daffodillies, to stretch to the sun after such a long night. And though the wind in the trees is still blowing, and the rain clouds have not yet gone, we know that the maiden is awake, and spring won't be far along. Imbolc is closely associated with the goddess Bridget, who in turn is linked to creativity and inspiration. When I look outside right now, there is very little visible evidence of spring on the horizon. So I want to instead look to the creative powers of Bridget, to ask that she aid us in our creative endeavours this year. I want to thaw out my tired imagination, my own creative spark, and I will do this with a combination of ice and fire. If you have something to symbolise your creative spark, you can place it by your candle. And if you have ice to surround your candle, then all's the better. Here is mine. My ice cauldron. And my representations of my creative spark. I'm going to put my pen and my paintbrush either side. Now I'm going to light my candle. Okay. Bride in your white gown of frosty flowers, sleeping on the frozen earth, your heartbeat warms the ground beneath you, and the ice begins to thaw. As ice thaws, so do my own creative doubts. I clear my mind for new ideas. I dedicate this night to you, and I ask that you bless me with inspiration anew. Now, we will take a few moments to meditate upon the desired outcome. Be aware of any images or phrases, anything you hear, anything you sense. Okay, so if you've had your eyes closed, now is the time to open them. If you've just been concentrating on your candle, then keep in mind some of those images or phrases that might have come to you. You can jot those down once we're finished, because hopefully they will provide you with some guidance, a spark, some information that you might need. So now, we'll repeat again the last phrasing. As ice thaws, so do my own creative doubts. I clear my mind for new ideas and dedicate this night to you. And I ask that you bless me with inspiration anew. As I will, so mote it be. And we have come to the portion of our evening where we would have cakes and ale, or bread and water, or in the case of Imbolc, it is traditional to have milk. So I've got my bread and my milk here. Just about balances on there. This is not a very big surface. Okay, so we'll take our athame. And our bread. From the sun to the land, from the land to the grain, from the grain to the flour, and from the flour to the bread. I consecrate this bread in the name of the Lord and the Lady. So mote it be. From the moon to the meadow, from the meadow to the cow, and from the cow to the milk. I consecrate this drink in the name of the Lord and the Lady. So mote it be. When we share bread within my tradition, we will always keep a piece back that will go out for the spirits of the land. And then when we share it with other people, we will say, may your belly always be full. Blessed be. And equally, when sharing drinks around a circle, we would say, may your cup always be full. So take a few moments, have something to eat and something to drink. And as we partake of this milk and this bread, let us all take a few moments to give thanks for the bounty of the earth and to spare a few thoughts to those in the world that have gone hungry today. Please repeat after me. Lord and Lady, we thank you for the gift of this food. May it bring us health and joy. May it ground us and remind us of our connection to the earth. As we receive, so do we give back. For that is the cycle of life. Blessed be. And now we begin to say farewell to those who have joined us for this rite. So, Mother Goddess, gracious Lady and Lover, we thank you for joining us this Imbolc. Lady Bridget, we thank you for blessing us and for aiding our ritual. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Father God, great Lord and Lover, we thank you for joining us in this, our Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. And we say farewell to our quarters, starting in the north. Powers of north and earth, of fertile fields and woodland shrine, we thank you for your presence here on this Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Powers of east and air, of wild storms and winds benign, we thank you for your presence here on this Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Powers of south and fire, of burning flame that lights the night, we thank you for your presence here on this Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, but stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Powers of west and water, of oceans deep and tears of mine, we thank you for your presence here on this Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. And finally, we release the circle. Blessed circle cast around, now I raise thee to the ground. Energies now grounded be, as I will, so mote it be. The circle is open. Merry meet, merry part, until we merry meet again. Oh. So, I hope that was okay for everybody, that this slightly different format of working the ritual was okay for everybody, that you let me know what you prefer. There are yeah I guess differences to each, but yeah, it's nice to be out from behind the desk. So, oh, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and I hope that that you are able to get something out. That's always my aim, is that you guys go away from this having got something out of it, even if that's just knowing that maybe this isn't for you. I don't know. So if you are on the Patreon or you are a channel member, then a version of the script is available to you. Sorry, I've got to stretch this leg out. Yeah, so there's a version of the script available to you should you wish to have it for your Books of Shadows. If you are not a member, then you can buy the book on Amazon, which will have a similar version of the ritual, not exactly the same, because we ran the open circles for 10 years, and there were several different versions of all of the rituals that were produced, and then I just picked one of each to go into the book. So but the Ice and Fire ritual is specific and new and was written for this evening, so I hope that you enjoyed it. I am interested to find out how long my little ice cauldron is going to last. We will see. So yeah, I've just, if you're wondering, I've put it on a bed of oats just to level it out because the bottom of it was a little bit wobbly. Yeah, so any questions, anything? Let me see. No. Oh, Dee, good emotional, I hope. not sad emotional. Oh. Thank you so much. I can see we've got a couple of new people in as well. Thank you. And I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to welcome you in individually on your arrival. Yeah, so wow, we've been 40 minutes. Oh, thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for that. That's wonderful. Unexpected gift. Thanks. Yeah, sorry. I'm always a little bit lost for words after these sort of things. So yeah, I'm going to eat a bit more bread in the hope that it grounds me a little bit, because I can feel that I'm, yeah, not quite grounded yet. Our thinking ahead a little bit, our next ritual will be for Ostara, which we will, I'm not entirely sure what the spellcrafting element of that will be yet, but suffice it to say it normally involves chocolate raisins or chocolate something. Thank you so much, Fairy Tale Poet. Thank you. Yeah, so any questions at all, anything? I would love to know if anybody else had enough time to make little ice lanterns and things. I'd love to see some pictures if you want to share them. You can come on over to the Crafty Coven, share them there. If you want somewhere that's specifically witchy, then there is always the Moon River Wicca page on Facebook. That's my tradition. At some point I'll do a video about it. But yeah, if nobody has any questions, and everybody is all good, I think we will call it fairly soon, and I will let you all go off and enjoy your evenings if you're in the UK like I am, or the rest of your day if you are elsewhere in the world. And for those of us who are also crafting, today is also the first day of my crafting event, where you can, anyone's welcome to join. You just need to spend the month of February working on a craft activity that is linked to the idea of fairy tales and the theme of Once Upon a Time. So books, fairy tale characters, classic stories, myths, legends, all of that. Anything you want. It could be jigsaw puzzles, writing poetry, writing a story, knitting, crochet, cross stitch, diamond painting, paint by numbers, colouring in, digital art if you want. It's really entirely up to you. If you want to get involved, you're more than welcome to come on over to the Crafty Coven on Facebook to let me know that you're joining in, and post me a little bit of information or a photograph of your starting point for your project. You don't have to finish it. February's a short month. But yeah, and then there's some prizes each Wednesday to be won. So feel free to come on over and take part in that. If you want to know more about it, then I do have a video on the channel. If you hashtag once upon a time on my playlists and things, it should turn up. But yeah, I think that's probably us done. Yes, Dee is looking forward to the event. Yes, I've just started my canvas for the month. I'm very much looking forward to going back and working on her. I think that'll be my creative activity for the rest of the evening and probably the rest of the weekend. So I am going to leave this here as we come up to the 45-minute mark. Thank you so much for joining me. I think this is possibly the most people that we've ever had. So it's wonderful. Thank you. If after I've closed off the live, you are suddenly struck with something that you desperately wish that you'd asked me, you can always get me on email. It's always down below. Yeah, don't be a stranger, come back again. So, oh, excellent. Alice and Snow White out of the whip stash. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Yes, oh, I'm glad that everybody's looking forward to the event. Okay, right. So, take care, everybody. Stay crafty and have a blessed Imbolc. If you haven't already, go and eat and drink something. Okay, thank you so much. Good night, everybody.